What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, and I know some of you guys probably wanted me to do a review or impressions video or podcast about the Video Game Awards last night, but it ended kind of late, so I figured I would just give a quick rundown. And it's probably not as negative as you guys would probably assume. For one thing, I think that the industry needs an award show like this, but I will say that the show itself is a bit scattered with how it does things, kind of haphazardly with the actual awards, and the categories seem a little bit off to me with how they do it, like having Ratchet and Clank in the best action adventure game when it's a platforming game, and then having a game like Overcooked be in the multiplayer category for best multiplayer against such heavy hitters as Gears of War 4, Overwatch, Battlefield 1, Rainbow Six, and Titanfall 2. I mean, it just seems out of place there to me. And, just overall, I thought that the show was better this year than in previous years. And just overall, I'm just kind of happy that, it wasn't an Uncharted love fest like originally I thought. But even though the game took up a lot of categories and things like that, it didn't win Best Game of the Year. Naughty Dog didn't win Best Studio. I believe it did win Best Performance. Nolan North got that. And it also won, I think, one other one. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a pretty good show. It was decent. I don't think it was anything fantastic. I think that it started off, and it had that kind of that awkward moment where it looked like Jeff Keighley was trying to propose to Hideo Kojima, and I'm not a big fan of Kojima, and and then they went off into the Death Stranding stuff. And I just gotta say this as a gamer, right? Because I like Metal Gear as a game. I think that it's one of the weirder games. But it's fine because it has fun gameplay or whatever. Like, I couldn't tell you what any of those games are about, and I played, like, all of them. But that Death Stranding game, whatever it is, the CGI stuff that they're showing just looks absolutely weird. Like, I don't understand how anybody could be excited about that. You don't know anything about it. It's like, to me, it's just odd. It looks weird. So nothing really fantastic with that. And then the whole awkwardness, like I said, with Kojima and Jeff Keighley. But hey, props if you thought it looked good. For me personally, I don't think it did. I think one of the crummier moments was, Street Fighter V winning Fighter of the Year. I think that game is a decent fighter, but I definitely think it had no content. It was like one of the biggest flops of the year, one of the biggest disappointments of the year. I don't think that game deserved to win Game of the Year. Finally, Forza wins Racer of the Year. They were snubbed last year with Forza 6. Having it in a category with sports games, though, doesn't really make sense to me, and they had 2 soccer games in there. I don't know, that whole kind of situation is a little bit weird, you know what I mean? Most anticipated game was voted on, and it was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Trending gamer was Boogie, he won that. Basically, Overwatch won Best Esports Game, Best Multiplayer Game, basically won the Game of the Year, Best Studio, all that kind of stuff. Best Action Adventure Game was Dishonored 2. Best RPG, for some reason, is Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine expansion. I don't even see how that could be on there, to be honest with you. Pokemon Go won a couple of awards as well. Inside won for Best Indie Game. Just Best Narrative, I think, yeah, Uncharted 4 won that. Best Art Direction, Inside won that. Best Music Sound Design was Doom, which well deserved in my opinion. I don't know. Just we were expecting maybe something a little bit better as far as like surprises and stuff. I just wish they would have maybe actually came out with some really good surprises, because they teased it and even showed Crackdown in like the beginning little montage thing, and then nothing. So I would have loved to see a little bit more of that. The Halo Wars 2 stuff that we saw was pretty damn cool. Overall, I think that, like I said, they're kind of all over the place. Like, the product placements were kind of lame. There was a heavy Xbox, I guess, presence with, like, the commercials and stuff like that. It was at the Microsoft Theater. So, I had to sit back, and I'm sitting there thinking, is it so pro-Sony, or is it that, I'm just not a big fan of Sony, so every time they show something, it's just like a facepalm from Sony. I don't know. It could be either or. I did think that it was a little bit weighted towards Sony, especially at the beginning, and some of the stuff, like I said, Street Fighter V shouldn't have won Fighter of the Year. And you know, I just think that, you know, it was a good show, just not great. They really need to refine the categories, in my opinion, and then they could be on to something. And it would be cool to see them kind of expand on what they've started. I think it's a good start, and again, the industry needs this kind of thing. I'm interested to see how they change it up, and it was better than last year or the year before. I can definitely say that. Like, the musical performances were pretty awful. You know, I thought the Doom live thing was pretty interesting and kind of more to my taste, but overall, just kind of a mixed bag. Not amazing, not terrible either. So, you know, congrats to them for putting on a pretty decent show, and hopefully they get to go back at it and do another one. You know what I mean? I don't know, like, it does get you excited that there is an award show, and I guess that's the biggest one. I just wish that it would have maybe had a few more Xbox games thrown in there. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. What were your thoughts on the award show? Are you like me? Do you think that it was just okay, better than last year's for sure, but definitely not the best thing ever or anything like that? So nice little show. You know, it is what it is. So let me know. Sound off, comment, rate, subscribe. Please do all that stuff because it helps out the channel tremendously. And as always, rack 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crapgamer out.